welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Commodores will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense is on the field for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He wants to throw it again. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Give to the running back. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. Mississippi State right back to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in is this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read himself. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Gets it out fast. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run.
There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Commodores had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Commodores.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Fighting off the defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Now they'll run the draw. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He's got the tight end. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Commodores will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Using his legs, it's Turbin. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's Duarte. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Mississippi State right back to the line. He might want another play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. The corners are walked up tight. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Across the 25. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Lets it fly. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Commodores look to keep this drive humming. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Doors.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Mississippi State going up tempo. Quick toss. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Excellent pass by the back on the option. The extra point here would tie the game.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. These 2 defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
You know what they need. You know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. And the quarterback goes down at the stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Let's see what he can do with it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Now the pitch. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They want to get this defense on its heels.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think, oh.
Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. The give to the back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Mississippi State right back to the line. He'll set up to throw. Floats it out in space. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound it in. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? He'll pitch it. Touchdown Bulldogs! Great job by the back on the option.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies that... Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Turbin. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Commodores send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Catch in the middle, it's Duarte. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Working that left side now. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Looking to throw for it. Throws for the tight end. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Unloads quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cantrell. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. Past the touchdown, Vanderbilt. And they turn it into a defensive score. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Eaton. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Timeout. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Bulldogs will kick it away first. It will start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brains.
Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Commodores want to move quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quick release by the QB. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Commodores come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quick completion to the right. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll try to run for it. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Third and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
They're working that left side.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands and get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then. Off the left upright and through. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Pulls and fires complete. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Quarterback empties his backfield. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
Soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Commodores in the hurry up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And it is still a 4-point deficit. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Wide receiver going in motion. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking to fire. Swings it out to his running back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Cantrell. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Cantrell. Touchdown, Bulldog! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. They punt it away on 4th down. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the link. There he goes. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Caught in the backfield. It's Duarte. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Grabbed over the middle. It's Eaton. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to throw again. This time it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. From the gun on third down. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Mississippi State! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Wants to fire on second down. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Commodores will hustle to the line. Rides the back on the option, the give. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Here's the handoff. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
The play action fake. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. And the Commodores look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On third down, he drops the throw.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vandy.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got his man down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He's looking to throw on third and short. Catch in the middle. It's Cantrell. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Nevada. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-man drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Wants to throw on third down. Lofts one deep down the right side. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Snagged in the middle. It's Cantrell. Got room on the return. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They've moved to the 16. It's first and 10. Here we go. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO, it's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. beatdown has ensued. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive.
Okay, ready? Let's go!
Off the RPO, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. Turning it on. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on 1st down from the 28. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
One last incompletion, and that'll do it. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.